was jam.
Hello, everybody. Okay, again. Hello, everybody. How is everybody today? It's a little gloomy today, so I'm kind of out of sorts. So Jeanette's looking very nice. She's on the other
Girl,
side.
this ain't nothing but a whole bunch of fake. It's okay.
This is another fabulous episode of Having Fun with J and J, and we are so honored. We're so happy to have a guest today, a new crafter with us. Her name is Judy Mabardi, and her company is My Inspirational Gifts. But we wanted to welcome all of you back to our show. And we also, we also wanted to give a shout out. We're doing this live, so everybody come on in and spend some time with us. But catch us on our replays. It's really important. We're all over now. We're on YouTube. We're on Jeanette's webpage, Creative. Say it.
Creations of the Heart Art Doc.
That's it. And then we're also on my, which is evenashops.com.
At least you remember that one. If you get stuck, I was about to say, what happened? I'm telling you, I was all ready, and then I just went off the rails. So anyway, so we wanted to remind everybody to watch us on replays and make sure that you catch us. If you're a crafter and you're interested in being on our show, contact Jeanette, because she does all that stuff. I just live in her shadow. She's the wind beneath my wings. No, we make a fabulous pair.
Actually, she's one wing and I'm the other. Yeah. Boink, boink. And so we're so delighted. What number is this, Jeanette? Is this
7?
7?
Woo! 7.
Was this 7?
7. Episodio 7.
Okay.
Jen and Jen, episode 7.
For those of us that are Spanish challenged like me, I only speak food Spanish. Very well though.
Nice.
So how are we going to start the day, Jeanette? You want to pop in there and look at how gorgeous she is. She's looking all fab again today. We drugged Judy into this chaos. She's like,
we did warn her though. Anyway,
we did.
So
There's
today
a
we
disclaimer
have
on
a
the show.
fabulous guest, Judy Mabardi, and I'm gonna let her talk about who she is and what her craft is, and then we'll go from there. And then at the end, we'll have the word of the day, which is gonna be really good today. So, please welcome Judy Mabardi. Hi, Judy.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's just a real honor. Yes. My name is Judy Mabardi, and I am a creative professional for my company, My Inspirational Gifts, and I create cards and gifts that embrace you with heart. We have heart in 2 different. Because from a little girl, I was always looking at pictures, and I noticed how much they speak to us. And once I started my company, I said, you know what? Picture speaks 1,000 words, but homemade cards and gifts speak volumes. And you see that every day. So it's a really fun business to be in, crafting.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was just going to say, you find it fascinating that all the Hallmark cards that used to be all like, look like they came off a machine. Now they're making them all like handmade.
I know. But you can tell.
Yes.
You can really tell because they're so either cookie cutter or that you can actually see there's a work that was behind it. They're homespun.
Do you have any of the products with you on there right now on you?
Yes, I do.
Put up there, girl.
I have tags.
Oh, look at that.
So they're big enough because I know when you do baby showers, you like writing a lot, and I make this out of diapers.
What?
Cardboard and diapers. It's fun. Oh, and then we have like little favors, which I was showing.
You got the bunny. You got to show the bunny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Bunny with one ear.
A little white one.
Oh my gosh.
The cool thing about crafting, don't you love the part, is that it never comes out the same way, exactly the same twice, right? And it has its own little personality. Like as I'm crafting, I was showing you earlier, and I says, wait a minute.
One bunny.
You know what? There are people that aren't perfect. We're all not perfect, right?
Yeah.
And this will really minister to somebody. This will really hit home to
I think
somebody.
it's adorable.
There's no craft that doesn't find a home, you know.
Oh, I'll buy the bunny with one ear. Why not?
And this is one of my I write all my cards, all of the insides of my cards, and people send me thank you cards for my cards that I don't even know. They just received one because I put my business address on the back, which is so fun. But I usually make them more three-dimensional. This one I wanted to do a set that would be easier to mail because
wow, that's beautiful.
So I just take my art and I put them on products like this here, this necklace. I had to wear this today because it's a painting that I did of the ocean. It says, "Be still and know that I am God," and I needed that because I was nervous today. And my new book, I'm so excited about.
What is
Power Packs of God?
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, so those are just a few of the things. You know, I have paintings and stuff, but
And Judy, let me ask you a question. What inspired you? Like, what made you say, "Hey, I'm going to do this for business"?
That is a really great question. So I was in college. Long story short, I've always been a crafter. I had a rainbow art club when I was little, and I'd have all the neighborhood kids come in and do arts together. So I always knew there was a real power in going and giving something homespun to somebody that least expected it. And there's a really fun story about my mom in this, but I'm trying not to take too long.
No, that's fine. It's all about you today. We got time. You got time.
I have to tell you, my mom was so special, but she always had so many health problems. But on those days that she could do things, we would make little crafts together. We made we started out making little pine cone turkeys. And what we would do is we would go door to door in our neighborhood and ask someone if they would like one, and said, you know, "Happy Thanksgiving." But as so young, seeing the facial expressions of people who did not expect a thing, and there you are knocking on their door, giving them something. So that started later in life where I started teaching that. But anyway, so the truth of the matter is when I started, when I knew this was a business, was when I took into account that there were so many people that wanted things that really spoke to their heart. And God was like ministering to my heart. It says, "Everything I give to you, the writings, the art, everything, I want you to speak my heart through it." So I said, "Cool." I said, "But what do I do from here?" And then long story short, I'd meet this person, that person. I'd create something. I'd go door to door to Christian bookstores and stuff. And I got into 9 bookstores.
Wow.
Making everything at home on my home computer. Not kidding.
Wow.
And I would cut everything, all the bookmarks, all the coloring book, everything. And then my whole life took a big twist, so I had to put all that on hold for a little.
Life happened.
Then I brought it back, but I did really, really well. And I'm telling you, the hearts that were touched through it were incredible. It was really a gift to be able to do that for that season, you know?
Is that what keeps you going? I mean, what keeps you going? Like saying, "Hey, I put it on the side, but I brought it back." So what made you decide to just bring it back out?
That's a really cool story, but a short version of it is I got very, very sick. I had a very scary fall. I fell 8 feet and concussion, the whole thing. And even the doctors didn't know if I was going to make it.
Oh my God.
So for a long season, I was in bed more than I was able to be up. And in that season, I just kept, it was like God just kept giving me scriptures and prayers. And I started journaling them. And I said, what am I going to do with this? And then I got this like idea to draw a gift box. And I had all these things come. I was drawing jewelry. I was just, every chance I was able to keep my eyes open long enough and sit up long enough to use my pencil, I was drawing things.
Wow.
And long story short, I just didn't know what to do with it, and then got to call everything I give you my inspirational gifts. So I did, and I started, and I said, well, I'm going to go back to one of the bookstores I used to be in and just say if they'd like something. Actually, that's not true. I walked into the bookstore knowing I had things, but I wasn't going to say anything. And she saw me after, 10 years, and she said, by the way, I had a customer come in a few years ago, and I mean, a few days ago, and they asked if you still do your art. That was amazing. So I said, yes, by faith. I didn't even have a computer at that point.
Really?
I had nothing set up. And so I just went to town. Yeah.
Oh my
Can I just
God.
say that to all the crafters out there,
Yeah.
I always look for I always look from the marketing standpoint, and I always try to find little nuggets that other crafters can go, because we've always talked about this. Our marketing is so limited. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have an outreach. And Judy came to us, and she was a little shy, and she was worried about how she came across and things. But this woman, think about this, guys. She walks in cold call. You know what a cold call is? If anybody knows what a cold call is, any kind of marketing or any type of thing, it's the hardest thing to do. Everybody wants soft sells. Everybody wants customers that are warmed up. You know, your sphere of influence, if you've ever heard that. Cold calling is the most difficult thing in the world to do. And Judy, you just blew it all out of the water, because even if they're in your neighborhood or even if they know you, there's nothing harder than to walk into a store and say, here's my stuff. I'd like to show it to you. And so it just goes to show you how much you believe in your own work. And that is amazing. That's it caught me. Like when you just said that, I was like, dang, girl, it's really hard to do. I mean, the best marketers don't like cold calling. They don't.
Let me tell you, even though I worked for a company that I had to cold call just to save a credit card, I was like the best. But did I like it? No, it was uncomfortable, but it paid the bills. But let me tell you something. The fact that I'm like, she gave me an idea. I mean, oh my gosh, who would have thought go in the store and just present your stuff? I couldn't do it. I wouldn't know where to start. I don't know how did you get this? You just did it?
Well, that's the thing. And like in that case, I didn't plan I was going to even say anything. I just had my heart prepared, and that I valued it because it had such purpose. It wasn't that I thought my art was perfect by any measure, right? Or
Not
even
with one ear.
But it spoke to people as is. So I knew that was beyond me. And so just having that in the back of my mind was a prepared heart. So when the owner comes up to me after all these years of not seeing me, because I had just moved back, and she said, it's so funny. Last week or a couple of days ago, someone came in asking if I still carry these, and I didn't know where you were, and here you are. Do you? And I'm like, I guess I do. So off it went,
That's
but a prepared heart is big.
And where are you located?
Are you still in 9 stores, or are you?
Yeah.
No, I have since moved again, and now I'm in the Boston area.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're in Massachusetts.
Yes, and there's no brick and mortar stores here. I have to go out much farther, like not too bad, but there's one in Leominster. There's another one further out in New Hampshire. But the one I was in Burlington, that one closed when all this happened. So now I'm not in any stores, and I guess now that I have my book, I'll be in Barnes and Noble. So I'm told. And
there you go.
Oh, well, you're in my bookstore too, so
thank you. I'm really looking forward to that, connecting with you. Yes.
Oh my God.
So the way you get your products shown. So you have a website, right?
I do. I have a website, and it's not up to date because that was one of the things I was going to share if that came up, one of those struggles. One of the things that's really important for someone that's just starting into their crafting business is to make sure that if they can't outsource for a website management, they need to create one or go inside Etsy, one of those pre-made ones, because if you don't know how to update it, like I didn't, I lost 2 years of not being able to. I have a beautiful website, and I've been messing around with it the past 2 years trying to update it, but it's hard. It's a language I
Is it
don't
a
know.
WordPress or is it a Wix?
It's WordPress.
WordPress.
But because it was custom made, which is what you normally will look for. If you have a little budget, you're like, oh, I want the best I can get out there. If you don't know how to do it, someone else designed it, you can't keep it updated. It's hard. You lose a lot of time.
Yes. And let me tell you something. That's one of the things that I thank God that I did all of my web pages. And anything new that happens, like this show, I can always add a page and design it myself and just go with it. But and it's not expensive. There's so many options out there for web pages. So the only thing you have to worry about is actually the domain. As long as you have your domain, you can go with anywhere with it. Yeah. So that's one of the things that you do.
Just on an aside. So there are a lot of web people out there, ladies. This is why it's important to have a web page. Yeah. You can be on Spotify, you can be on Etsy. I have an Etsy store. But all those platforms, everything from Facebook to Instagram, can be taken down. I actually lost my Facebook page, and I have 8 Facebook pages, guys.
Wow.
I know, Jeanette's like, and I lost my personal, which I had since 2010, like in the dark ages. So my grandbabies, I lost everything.
Oh.
And I lost all my other ones because they're connected. Because in Facebook, you have to connect your business page to that. Okay. I actually got it back, which people said you can't get it back. I did, because I'm a nag.
Yeah.
I wrote, I called, I everything. I went through back doors, front doors. But in your own page, your own domain, no one can take that from you. And so anywhere between $100 to $175 a month for your maintenance is pretty standard. If you're paying more than that, you probably need to find a new web person. Jeanette probably knows people. I know people.
Yeah, I do.
And so if you're having issues with your web pages or you don't have one, try to put that in your to-do list this year, especially if you want to do Christmas. Yeah. You may do more selling off Instagram. Facebook, not so much anymore, but Instagram, Pinterest. Yeah. But you want to drive people to your webpage because that's the only thing that really belongs to you. Right. So
I've gotten orders from LinkedIn.
Yeah. I mean, we believe in the
energy.
Yeah, as much visual and output as you can get out there, the more the merrier. But that domain is yours and that page is yours. So Judy's absolutely right. And it also matures with you.
Yes.
You can blog, you can talk about your products. Judy might want to. I love your stuff. I saw it online, and it's just it's really adorable. It's beautiful stuff, and you want to make sure that you have as many avenues to market as possible.
Yeah. And if you're looking at this video and you think that you can help Judy out, just let her, with her webpage, give her a shout out. You never know, whatever you put out comes back to you. And I truly believe that. That's why we help people, because we believe, hey, we're helping people and you want to get you out there and get your things. So just, reach out to her if you have that kind heart and you want to help her get her page updated and things like that. That would be a great thing.
What we're trying to do with this, ladies, is because there's a lot of people out there that don't have your best interests at heart. And they look very slick, and they're going to promise you something. And I'm sure Judy's, you run into a few of those people. I have, and I will tell you, most crafters, Jeanette has, most crafters have very kind hearts, and we're just looking for help because we don't know that aspect of the business.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is bring people in that are above board, that are in the same vein as us. Look, we're all into this to make a little money. We're trying to make a business go.
Right.
We're not talking charity, but we're talking fairness and trying to work together to help each other. So if you have an avenue, or we're glad to bring you into the fold to talk with you and put you somewhere so people can find you as a vendor. And so those are really important, because not everything on the internet is true.
Yeah, that's true.
And we don't really have the time or the money to blow. I would rather make Judy money than some Uber guy that I've never met and is blowing smoke.
That's right. I know people that work on web pages, and I'll go ahead and send them your contact because I do know people that are generous and kind and sweet. So, and that's through community, and just like I met Jenny through that community. So it's like it's funny how God puts people together to be helping each and every one of us, and that's what I love about it at all. It is just wonderful.
So Judy, what is your we have a little bit of time, but what is your goals this year? Have you set any goals? I know you're taking care of your father, so you have you have family responsibilities. But do you have a new product that you're working on? Do you have a new line that you think you'd like to bring out, maybe for the autumn and for the fall and Christmas this season?
Yes, I'm currently working on putting my portfolio together for my surface pattern designs that I have made for all the holidays. So I'm hoping to get one contract for that, which I show a little bit on my print on demand site. And I also want to get this book out to as many families as I can that have children that are just early readers. Because I know that book is special for some reason. The way that story, I started a blog so I can keep everyone excited about how it all came to be. So I'm probably going to focus a lot on the book and keep up with all my orders. But I just feel like with the caregiving that I'm doing, it's so much better if I also have another avenue, which is my drawings for the surface pattern design, which you can put on, you make clothes with those patterns on them, and it's pretty fun seeing someone walking down the street wearing shirts. It's kind of cool.
That's mine. That's me.
That's my design. I signed it. So I'm hoping to do that, because that works for you while you're doing other things. So if Dad got real bad again, I know that's working for me, and all the nights I stay up and craft, it all works out.
It always happens at night. The best things happen at night.
It's so
I get my ideas at night. It's like, that's how I came up with the little fish tank. It's always at night. Me and Jenny crack up that we should do one of these like late night, because it's like, we just stay up all night talking about what you're doing. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh yeah, it's about 12 o'clock. Oh, going on 1, and we're still up working. And it's like
I woke up the other morning, and here's Jeanette with a new product. She's got she's doing a fish tank, resin.
Yeah, she showed it to me. It's beautiful.
So the next morning, I don't know what we were doing. We were talking, and I wake up. She's got a keychain. It's the cutest little thing, and I'm thinking, girl, she did not go to bed like she should.
I'm not. Look, it's right here.
Can I tell you? It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it.
But that's
when you get to Florida. When you get to Florida, if you don't go into every single one of those tourist traps, take that in there and say, look, these are perfect for your shop. Believe me, they got me for like $300 there.
I know, and it's a big one too.
Me
So
too.
the big one is the one that I'm gonna really
I
push out
know.
and stuff.
So yeah, at nighttime, I think it's I know they usually call it the witching hour, but I don't like to call it that. I
No.
like to call it just your mind and your body and your soul are kind of going inward,
Yeah.
and we're going to bring up the creative spirit, but I think that's when the creative spirit kind of comes into, and it just all the ideas start pumping and going, and it's within all of us. You just got to let it.
Yeah, because in the daytime, like I know the Lord told me, if you don't be quiet and stand still. So he always talks to me at night. He goes, "You're too busy in the daytime. You don't got time for me. But at night, I'm gonna talk to you and bother you. I don't care if I wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna listen to what I gotta say." So that's real funny because it all happens. We're laughing because we know it's true.
It's
We're
true.
out there.
It's hard to go to
All
bed.
of a sudden, you get up and they tell you to sleep with a pad and pencil next to you, and you're and oh, I got an idea.
Can I tell you a funny story real fast?
Yeah.
All right, because I do that, and then I go right back to bed, just for that last hour, so my husband doesn't know I was missing that long. He says this, you're married to a crafter when you wake up with, and fill in the blank. Because one morning he went to just lift his arm out of the blanket and he had a big googly eye.
Oh, our husbands.
Every night it's getting to be hysterical because it somehow, I guess because I'm barefoot when I'm in my craft room, when I skate and go back to bed, I don't know what he's going to wake up wearing. Sparkle, a pearl.
Oh, our husbands, they go through a lot with us, right?
They love it though. We just laugh. So
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? I think it's time. Doesn't this fit in with us, Jeanette?
okay.
Yep. I am going to tell you
This
the
is so
word.
funny that we're ending with this, Judy.
Yeah, because this is joy. It's releasing joy. So it hit perfectly. So it says, oh my gosh. So this is taken from Galatians 5:22-23. But the fruit of the Holy Spirit, the work which is his presence within, accomplishes love, joy, gladness, peace, patience, and every temper forbearance, kindness, goodness, benevolence, faithfulness, gentleness, meekness, humility, self-control, self-restraint, and continuance. It is so cute that the Apostle Paul Peter said, cast your all your care on anxieties, worries, concern to the Lord. And that's 1 Peter 5:7. Paul exhorted the believers of his day, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and mind through Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6-7. Keep your mind filled with happy, glad thoughts, and as you trust God, he will take care of your problems.
Amen.
That
Let's
is,
see it.
and you know what? All the crafters, whatever is going on in your life, and we know everyone has, stuff. It's just the way life is. My daughter asked me, and I said, "Look, I just laugh. I just not at the. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking of something horrible, but you gotta. If you're down in the mouth, it just makes it worse. You got to find something that lightens your heart a little bit. And crafters, we go through everything with our families and our friends, and you gotta. This is for yourself. This is to make your heart joyful and glad. And we want to make sure that everybody in our crafting world takes care of themselves.
Yes.
And knows that you can be inspired like Judy. And
oh my gosh, that was a wonderful story. And it's just always when you're feeling down, just try to think of, what always helps me when I'm trying to when I'm feeling down, I literally help somebody else. When I help people, that brings me joy.
Yes.
So I will stick to, okay, I'm feeling joy. Let me see how I can help somebody today. And and that's why we love this program, because we're helping people. and it's just our passion to help people. And now I'm hearing the thunder. So yeah.
Oh,
We
just
did it.
in time.
Just in time. I'm like, it's twinkling. It just got dark. I'm like, all right, let's go.
We were worried, everybody, that our show was going to get bumped off because of the weather in Texas here. And just as we're ending our show, it's coming. So it waited very nicely for us to finish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So which is amazing. Judy, you've just been a dear, and we're so glad that you made it on the show.
Yes, thank you.
I got to talk. We have some things. You're going to see Judy's book on my indie book site. It's called bookstore.com.
Yes.
It's for indie authors.
Say it again. I didn't hear you. Say the bookstore again.
Busybookstore.com. Okay. We're just getting that started. My website, which you're going to see Judy on as well, because Jeanette's already on it, is evenashops.com. It's a virtual pop-up. And then Jeanette's got her creations of the heart art. And she does everything behind the scenes for our show. So
reach us. We now have a phone number. Look, yes. I want to say our phone number. You can now reach us.
You gotta call it just because it's so funny.
It has an intro music like you wouldn't believe. Our phone number for having fun with J and J is 813-314-7019. Let me repeat that for you. 813-314-7019. And when you hear the song, just be patient because my message will come later, but you're going to hear a song first, okay? It's a good one. It's a Christian one, so hey.
Okay. It's a fun one. We want to hear your
advice on it, like your reaction. I got something to say.
So Judy, go ahead and say goodbye to all the folks.
Yes.
Give your information real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if there's anything I can do to encourage or help anyone, please don't hesitate to reach out. It can be at the email address info@myinspirationalgifts.com. And my website, myinspirationalgifts.com. Super easy. And it was
you're on Facebook.
I'm sorry?
You're on Facebook and
I am. Judy Mabardi, My Inspirational Gifts, and I'm on Instagram as Judy Inspires, and that's the one I'm more current with,
right.
Or on more regular on there.
Hey,
I knew one was coming.
Okay, so we're gonna say thank you, Judy, for joining us today. It's time to say goodbye until next week, people. So
bye, everybody.